DGP staff is getting pissed off at Ace this week, more so than usual. We've got some new riders, and who knew that a CG bike would be so light? It's that time, you know it, for this week's Geats. Vlogging seems to never not be a thing, whether it's the peace-loving Keiwa or the family-hating Sumuri. Though, as far as family matters, everyone has issues with Ace. Even Girori, who is starting to show his true face, revealing that it's Ace's recent desire to join the DGP staff. But it's an exclusive club, so it's time for staff interference to take it to maximum overdrive. See, Ace stays winning, and now it's become too boring. He's become the Tom Brady of the DGP, and ain't nobody got time for that. Not being so lucky getting in those wins, the lousy raccoon is here not scoring any luck on those mega millions. He wants that Ace luxury of not having to work for his money now, but this is the opposite of how he used to be. And even Sarah's quick to continue pointing that out. But one bus ride and a kid pulling a lousy raccoon in his gotcha game later, and it's sinkhole time for these unlucky folks. Neon, now with her desires restored, goes back to running away. But that's when her mom confronts about the box given to Neon previously. But before we can get that deepest lore, Toei security gotta shut that shit down since Neon's already escaped. But while mommy issues arise, daddy issues has some resolve. Where did Neon run away to? Her main man Ace, trying to get the scoop on his mommy issues. As it turns out, he did attempt to wish for his mommy way back in the day, but DGP just couldn't grant it. Ace can only speculate on why that's the case, and it's likely his driving force to find out why. Speculations come to an end since it's game time! Oh, okay, I guess, Sumuri sets up the stage for the next round when exposed to the latest build of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, making the floor glitch out from underneath them and sending them into the void. Oh, Sumuri's in this game. You're not gonna show up at all, are you, this time? Alright, since he started doing this, I've always wanted to do this. Let's get this going. What the hell are all these photo books doing here?
We've got ourselves a hostage situation on this week's Geats, with the long-awaited comeback of Vine. And like the original app, this one applies to anyone willing to sink down their own rabbit hole, until your neck gets so tired from looking down on your phone that you just get those cramps. Since these folks need all the help they can get, it's time for everyone to get paired up. Oh shit, old guy, no, get away from Keiwa! That's an instant death flag! Raise one up. This leaves Sumuri alone with Punk Jack, who's willing to commit HR violations this round. All the entryways have some sort of block to them, but before they can get to cracking those codes, it's an army of maid and butler Jamato here to serve up some hospitality. One low-budget Avenger-style assembly to get the party going, but something seems off. Two Jamato show up rocking Desire Drivers and transform into Jamato Riders. These are unforeseen events that even the staff didn't see coming, taking the power creep from Super Weenie Hut Jr. to Salty Spittoon levels. Getting that Jamato content up close makes the vines just hit different, so we gotta change the tune with Geats with the beats, rocking the electric boogaloo to clean sweep this wave. That didn't even rhyme. I suck at this. The Jamato Riders? Yeah, they aren't done yet, rising back up as the crew takes the fighting inside. Let's go ahead and pull up the map to see where everyone has gone. First up is Team Tombstone Gotcha, taking a hidden entryway to a safe patch, Ace joining in afterwards. Team Zombie Bus is up next, hitting up the west side when the vines get a little bit more user-unfriendly with the Jamato Riders' arrivals. Time for a supply drop from the Game Master. Let's see how this plays out. Oh. We're between rounds.
It's now time for today's nugget of lore, brought to you by Fruit. Fruit, you don't eat enough of them. Game Master Girori, upset with the current Jamato power-up, makes a call that seemingly goes unanswered. We are then taken to a mysterious greenhouse with a man harvesting up some used-up desire drivers to grow a massive crop of baby Jamato. Back to you, Zia.
Okay, so this is how we're doing it this week? I didn't even get a cool transition. What the hell is that? Back to Team Tombstone Gotcha, featuring Ace. It looks like he might have figured out the puzzles. But a quick questionnaire from Neon regarding the Game Master leads to speculation on her dad's involvement in her return. But that's when the Jamato Riders make their move! Let's go ahead and check on in on Team Staff. Since the Jamato got the upper hand, it's time to bypass the rules and take advantage of their cheat codes. But of course, that's when shit hits the fan because Buffa gets the scoop on their cheating ways. I'm getting whiplash from this back and forth. I have no idea how you do this shit, Galaxy. But, okay, back on to Team Tombstone Gotcha featuring Ace and a bummed out Kawa. Neon's quick to point out his changing attitudes, but Ace notes, it's another side effect of getting retired. You forget your ideal world in the process. Who's got a death flag way up there? It's the old guy! Since now, with the Jamato attacking, he's stuck defending all the civilians while Geats and Nago handle the business. Another death flag. Getting ambushed by more Jamato, that death flag just keeps on raising for him, choosing to risk his life to protect the youth. Let's go ahead and see how many licks it takes to get to the center of that Tootsie Pop. A 1, a 2, a 3. He's down for the count, but is he down for good? Geats and Nago show up a little too late, with Geats knocking the fever right out of that Jamato maid. It's now time for Golden Fever Double Boost Geats, dealing boost blow after boost blow. It's time to square up with the Jamato Rider to test out what happens when two Falcon Punch collide. The Jamato ain't having this, but that leaves Geats to gut check them with a boosted kick combo now and later, bringing out the Rider Machine. Playing the bike mechanics like how I wish the Bat Ride Wars played, he ends this Akira style, only to beat the fuck out of this Jamato with his motorcycle. Don't question it, just accept this ass whooping. With the use of that devastating finisher, Boost Buckle dips out, and the old man lives to fight another day.
Though it appears as the Desire Driver stays on the ground, another Jamato picks it up and transforms.
Can I have my seat back?
Absolutely not. With this episode of Geats, we get the debut of two new forms in the form of Boost Fever and the Jamato Riders. So with that, let's talk forms. Fuck this tacky ass scarf on Geats Fever. The buckle is whatever, and I like double boost, but that scarf, they should have added some gold accents or to change of the entry form so like the black parts would have been gold. See, that would have been better. This is mid. On to the Jamato Riders. I like how they managed to take the design of the entry form and make it look dramatically different with this design. I'm also glad that they're called Jamato Riders and not Kamen Rider Jamato, even though they use the same exact rider system. The inverse placement on the buckle and comparative to the part of the body that it changes to is also neat. I actually like this design for a villain. Rating time! You know, this feels kind of weird standing up. You sure I can't have my seat back? You drinking during that Don Bros review? Alright, moving on. This episode of Geats gave us some setups for some death flags we didn't get, and an insight into Ace's wishes, a tease to the origin of these Jamato, and of course, all this lore is something that I can't help but enjoy, especially with these plot setups. So y'all already know, this is getting the Ace A. The Jamato have been around since pre-DGP, so I honestly don't think that the guy harvesting them is the one responsible for their creation. I do feel, however, that he is the one responsible for their recent power-up, as it appears that the disqualified riders are being used as fertilizer to get these jacked up Jamato, even to the point that they themselves can wield the drivers. And since the cores are already shattered, there is no need for a re-entry. This is why I feel that instead of the earlier theory where some were stating that they believed that the Jamato were previously disqualified players, it seems that it could possibly be more morbid than that. Now, of course, we have no idea who this guy is, but he's clearly DGP staff. Currently, or maybe even previously. So now we've got a whole mystery going on with who this guy is and what his aim is. And honestly, while coming up with this thought process, a sprinkle of black sun happened to creep in and got me shooting for the moon with an odd theory. Now hear me out. What if the person giving birth, or at least providing supplemental nature to these new Jamato, is Ace's mom? Or she's got some larger correlation between these new guys. That can be part of the reason why she can't be wished for to come back, since it would go against the DGP's plans for her. It might be a bit of a long shot, but I'm not hearing anyone else say it, so I'll just be that guy. Since we now know that Neon's father is indeed in the know on the DGP, I'm curious on how long they're going to end up dragging this out, since we've got nothing here. Speaking of DGP staff, they clearly know the cheat codes, as made apparent by Wynn's actions this episode, meaning that they choose not to know, but can take advantage of it when needed. And with Ace's wish being to join the staff, intel is really what he's after. I'm just unsure how that wish wouldn't negate his wish to play in the DGP until he dies, since that would technically make him beyond OP. Let's break it down. Playing the DGP until he dies makes him virtually immortal. Have no need to work a day in his life, his finances are set. He can focus on his goal. Have the DGP staff as family, easy way to keep an eye on them outside of the game round, and get some answers. Becoming DGP staff, all the information needed to stay winning. It's an infinite loop now. I can easily see why Girori is pissed off at this guy and just wants him gone. So anyway, what did you guys think on this week's Geats? Old man staying alive, Kawa getting some possible resolve, Jamato writers, and the little seedling Jamatos. Anyway, that's it for me. Take care of yourselves, your family, your friends, and reach out for any help if you need it. Don't let it be too late. Bye.